Guys, we're so glad you joined us for episode number 5 of the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. Today on the show, we're going to talk about our predictions for the Power Rangers movie coming up this week. We're also going to talk a little bit about our thoughts on remastered video games. Is it worth it? Is it worth it, guys? Or should studios be spending more time on new IPs rather than rehashing the past? We discuss all of that and more on today's Hold On to Your Butts podcast. Sit back, crack open a cold one, and enjoy.
Hold on to your butt.
People know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hold On to Your Butts, the podcast, episode number 5. So glad that you came back to give us our second chance after the first chance that you gave us. I don't know. I don't know
how many chances do we have.
I don't know anymore. I'm going to get off that. That's stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, I before we get into anything today, I want to say welcome. I want to say welcome from the Hold On to Your Butts family to Buddy. You might remember Buddy.
We've grown
from last week's show.
We've all grown.
When
he was just a baby.
Guys,
then. Now he's an infant.
I've grown up. Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm like an adult now.
Now you're not. Oh yeah, you're an adult
so I'm
now.
growing at a normal rate.
No worry.
You are growing at a normal rate.
From baby to adult.
It sounds like you're just constantly growing away from your microphone in this scenario. So Buddy is using a microphone here on the show that is not a Hold On to Your Butt standard microphone.
Obviously.
Let's just make that very clear. But there is some sentimental value to the microphone. Buddy, where did you get that mic?
Last week we discussed I was on The Price is Right, and this is the only thing I managed to win was a karaoke machine.
The actual Price is Right?
Yeah, the actual Price
Dang.
is Right. So
This
I
is
finally get to put it to some use here on the Hold On to Your Butts podcast.
Wow, that is a fancy mic there.
Yeah, it's
Karaoke.
It's matte black, nice
Ooh.
and no fingerprints. This is great.
It's great.
Cool.
Did you have to guess what the price was on it?
It was what I wanted to get up on stage. Yeah.
What was it?
Oh, I don't remember. It was like $11.49. I overbid somebody by $1, like Wyatt last week.
You
dollared it.
dollared him?
I dollared it and I got it. You gotta play dirty.
If you don't
Nice.
dollar it, that's rookie.
That's
you have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can
yep.
Did you ever watch the wrestling or the WWE or F growing up?
No,
But you can't
I was
throw
more
out
of an
some
Arthur and-
smack talk real quick.
Smackdown.
Can you do some smack talk, some Stone Cold smack talk or Rock smack talk?
So Buddy is holding a loose microphone. We all have some fancy mic stands, but Buddy's he's kind of just holding on to right now like a WWE superstar or a lounge singer. Somewhere in between those two. Very similar.
Between those two.
things.
Here comes my smack talk.
Oh, okay.
I'm Buddy.
Oh, it's like
Oh.
terror in my heart.
You are never going
I'm gonna fact check you all.
Oh, that was actually a lot better. I mean,
Better than Wyatt's voices. So
the content
I'm
of
still
it
working
was-
on my voices.
Yeah.
Rookie.
Where are you at right now with them? Let me hear it.
Let's hear
ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm Brogan.
I'm Belev.
I'm Wyatt.
I was like a scared little child.
Little
That's
boy.
all right.
Little boy in the woods.
Guys, there's a lot to talk about this week on the show. Oh, by the way, so Buddy will be joining us as sort of a fact checker. You'll hear him from time to time here on the show, and he's our first alternate should one of us be sick. Unless that person is me, because we record this out of my house, and
We're all
if I'm
screwed.
sick, then there's
We'll just
no
show up. We'll just show up. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's safe. Very cool. So, lots to talk about this week, guys. First off,
What did I miss?
Oh my God, you didn't listen to the
No.
show last week.
I'm sorry, but I fast forward to the end to see if you guys are actually going to do scenarios, and then you said no, and then I was like, okay, but then you came back apparently and said you were going to do
You
scenarios.
should have listened to that whole
And
sentence.
so what happened?
I got a point.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard before, and like what?
I had to earn it. It's not like
I
just
understand you
gave
had to earn
to
it,
me.
but
It was that thing.
basically,
So we didn't actually play scenarios. Instead, we played The Price is Right in honor of Buddy being on the show, former Price is Right contestant. We threw out console launch prices adjusted for inflation, and the person who was closest and got the total amount of points, the total amount correct, won the point. And Wyatt won by 1 point and took the point. We did decide, though, if Buddy would have won, you would have gotten 1 point.
Oh, I would have.
And if someone would have gotten the launch price exactly correct, you would have walked away with 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
jeez.
didn't make-
Dang.
didn't like
I
that
should have
one.
listened. I should have
I
really
was off by a
listened.
few cents on one of them.
Blev, I blame myself for that one. I thought I was going to walk away with it for sure, and you guys would be fine this week, but I kind of ruined it for you.
No,
So
you're
I-
good, man. You're good.
Yikes.
It's okay.
Yikes.
That's
Okay,
a
a lot
tie,
of,
2-2 on scenarios now.
yeah, so there's a good one coming up later in the show. Teaser. I think it'll be a fun one.
User submitted, right?
Not a user submitted
Not-
one this
oh,
time
okay.
around, no. But if you would like to submit a scenario to the Hold On to Your Butts crew, you can do so by reaching out to us at Geeks, that's GEEKS, at HOTYB, that's Hold On to Your Butts, HOTYB.co. Geeks at HOTYB.co. If you have a suggestion for scenarios or a question that you want us to discuss here on the air, feel free to reach out. It can be about literally anything. I think
Anything.
We decided dick pics were cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Okay.
Like, preferred.
Just only
Preferred.
Yep.
preferred
Messages only written
in dick
in
pics.
pics. That'd be interesting.
So,
It's sort of
guess this
sort
one.
of like a patchwork, sort of
Oh my god.
beautiful quilt, if you can picture
A
it.
quilt?
I don't know what's happening.
You're gonna make a quilt on a dick pic.
So, a lot to get into this week. Wyatt, are you even sleeping? I mean, this is the week Power Rangers comes out Friday.
I do have my tickets. They're actually pretty sold out. Like
They are?
Yeah. Well, not sold
like,
out.
where are you going?
Crossroads by.
Ooh,
up
the
near
nice,
Cleveland.
the nice seats,
Yeah. So if
the
you,
recliners.
if you go there or get tickets, then you're gonna be sitting at the front row right now. So I'll be seeing it Thursday at 10 p.m. at night. So I'm pretty stoked to see
Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, Eastern Standard Time, and I can't wait for it. I think it looks amazing. I'm seeing some mixed reviews. I've seen some ones that everybody likes it a lot, loves it. I've seen some where they call it 4 out of 10 or something. Like
So,
that.
question though, we're gonna go Friday. You know, I'm planning on going Friday. I don't know
We're
about
gonna
you,
see this,
Brogan.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
gonna see this.
So, do you want to go see it again?
Well, yeah, I'd definitely see it again.
If it's good, watch and be like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go see it again." then we
I
know it's like
can't-
utter shit. We don't want to go see
I
it.
can't imagine they're gonna. I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Hopefully not. I hope it's good.
We will have a spoiler cast.
Yeah,
Yes.
We will have
You
a spoiler
will.
cast on Power Rangers. Expect that to drop sometime next week.
I'm actually curious because we grew up watching that, buddy. You didn't really watch it growing up.
No, I was more of like a Rugrats kind of guy.
How old are you, buddy?
I'm 25.
Okay.
So you didn't watch it growing up, so I'm curious from like a fresh pair of eyes seeing it. Wonder what your take would be on it.
Yeah, I'll probably go see it. I don't know if I'm super enthused going like Friday, first day it comes out, but I'll probably see it eventually.
Do you have like
Do you have an idea of what Power Rangers
yeah,
is?
yeah.
They like fight evil villains, and they're all different colors, and they all have.
How old are they though? Could you guess?
Oh, they're like teenagers.
Yeah.
Do you think
probably.
they have an attitude?
Which one's hot?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of get them confused with Captain
Pink
Planet.
Ranger was
They
the
kind
answer.
of run together for me.
The Captain Planet?
I could see
I
that.
could see that,
I
yeah.
could see that.
Captain Planet movie. Who would play Captain Planet? The Rock.
All I can think about as Captain Planet is from Funny or Die.
Oh, Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, Don Cheadle. Have you seen that? Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh my
Don Cheadle
God.
plays
Anybody
Captain
that wants to
America,
laugh
or Captain Planet.
And have an enjoyable time laughing, go find that. Funny or
Awesome.
Die.
So, what are some like? I know we've talked a little bit about this in the show, but what are some of your predictions for the movie? I think you had a really good one. I think you brought up we're going to see the Green Ranger, and I agree. I think we might see the Green Ranger in this.
Well, she does, like you brought up last time, she does have the stone.
The green
It
coin.
looks like she has a green Power Ranger coin in
coin or
her
stone.
in her staff. I'm assuming that will be the next movie. Will they have some kind of end credit scene where we see?
I'm hoping.
The Green Ranger, but I think that's the setup. There.
Hopefully it's like Star Wars in a way, how they set it up.
Honestly, do I have any like predictions? I really don't know. I think it'll be, when people saw the preview, the first trailer, the first teaser that came out, they're like, oh my gosh, they're making it dark. And then they created the second one, and it really kind of seems a little bit more uplifting, kind of like
Not as dark, yeah.
Yeah, it's serious, but there's some levity to it. They got some funny characters. They got Alpha 5 and some joking going on in there.
What does Bryan Cranston play? Zordon?
Zordon.
Sweet.
So some of the reviews that I've seen, I saw IGN gave it a 7, just a straight up 7, or was it a 7 point? No, 7.
7.
And so they were saying it's a good time. They're just saying, if you had the idea that you were going to, I think you just alluded to this, Wyatt, but if you had the idea that you were going to go into this movie and see like a Dark Knight version of the Power Rangers, you're going to be let down. Yeah. This is really like fan service. This movie is really for those people who remember the campy fans. 90s show and want a campy's 90s version of the movie, but with a budget. And I think that is cool. Like, that's what I want. I'm tired of
and there's nothing wrong
the
with
gritty reboots. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean... and they kind of did that with Transformers. When the first Transformers came out, it still had some funny...
I feel like there's still grit to it, though. More grit than I would expect.
It became more gritty.
Yeah, because at the time it started Lewis Stevens of Even Stevens. Like, there was like Shia LaBeouf before he was Shia LaBeouf.
And then you had like the
Mark
whole...
Wahlberg.
You had the whole scene where the Transformers were like in the yard trying to hide from mom and dad, and they were messing up the lawn, and it was all silly and goofy, and they were tripping over each other. And then you have the Mark Wahlberg that's straight action and seriousness. So they kind of got away from that. But there was singing and dancing in the original Transformers TV show.
I honestly believe the original Transformers movie is probably one of the best out of all of them.
I hope they have Unicron in the final one, man.
Yeah.
I doubt it. It's a world-destroying creature, a robot.
But honestly, I'm really excited for both movies. You know, I kind of like faded out a little bit for Transformers, but I think they're going to do it justice with this last one. And hopefully Power Rangers is like better than a 7.
You got to think, right, that they're going to have some cameos from the original Power Rangers in there somewhere. Tommy, Oliver, for God's sake.
I hope
What's
so.
his name?
Did you hear about the one Power Ranger that he played? He was like the Red Ranger for a while ago, and he just got arrested.
Well, no.
For something, right?
He stabbed his roommate with a sword. He just now pled guilty. He did that a year or two
2015
ago.
or something like that?
He just now pled guilty
I just saw that it popped in a feed.
This is ironic. He will get 6
Reddit
years
feed.
in prison for murdering his roommate with a sword. I love it.
Oh, the guy died?
Yeah.
How does that...
I don't get it.
Well, he did do his service.
Well, I don't know. How about you do a fact check, buddy? Fact check the Red Ranger.
Fact check the Red Ranger.
Yeah, the Red Ranger that stabbed his buddy.
Update on the Red Ranger.
First fact check duty. Red Ranger stabbed his roommate.
Shout it out. Shout it out when you get it.
Oh man.
So, anyways, I'm really looking forward.
But they haven't like. I mean, now that granted, like I haven't heard any cameos. I know that Kimberly, I can't remember her name, and Tommy both wanted to be cameos in this, but I haven't heard any confirmations that they are in it. But I just can't imagine they wouldn't just give them the opportunity to be just a person in the background walking the street, like a Stan Lee type thing going on.
Especially Tom, the guy who played, what's his name, David Jason Frank or Jason
David Jason Frank.
Like that. Do you know he's a MMA fighter?
Oh, he's huge. You guys,
do you know what his?
Stoked.
Do you know what his like? His tagline is?
It's Morphin time.
No, his tagline is Jesus doesn't tap. Jesus doesn't tap.
Dang man, he's hardcore.
I mean, I don't think it's insinuating that Jesus was an MMA fighter, which I don't know if that was.
He's just like, the guy is like, I've seen some of his fights. I've seen some where he just wins in like a first few minutes, and he is stacked, and he's just covered in tattoos.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just covered.
I don't think he's that good of an MMA fighter anyways. So
really?
Sorry.
How would you
But
know?
can you also look up the record
MMA.
of Jason David Frank?
I don't think he's not in the
Jason
UFC.
David
The
Frank,
UFC is the best MMA fighting.
He's better at fighting than me, for sure.
Not at all.
Well,
I've seen you fight.
thank you.
The whirling fist move?
The rolling fist.
Unbeatable.
Like, how does
by
he do that
Brogan.
with his fist in front of him, and he's just isolating his arms?
Yeah, and
and
then I
because
sort of
everybody-
fall on the ground. Everyone thinks I'm injured, and they come over to help you, and that's
And
when
then
you
attack them?
punch them in the dick.
You punch him in the dick?
Yeah,
Did you
I
grab the dick?
I
or
learned
no?
it. Yep, learned it from my dad.
Your dad was like,
"Yep, I was
"Son,
getting bullied at school."
There's
and
only
so
one thing I can teach you in life is that you punch him in the penis and you grab it.
Sounds just like KG.
My dad got off the farm.
You just jab him right in the penis.
Buddy, what do you got on the Red
I
Ranger?
found the Red Ranger. Yeah, Wyatt was right. 6 years in jail. The first time he got out on bail, his quote was, "I'm very, very, very sorry for what occurred." So,
Wow, you can't be
Wow.
that sincere.
I'm sure that's why.
How many-
Very,
How many
very, very
varies?
sorry.
How many?
Three varies.
3 varies.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Wow.
sincere.
The very
That's-
count.
He was
So
actually
when
out for-
does it go too far past an extra
You
vary?
go to 5 varies, and you're fucking with me.
Yeah, no one
They know
believes
for
you.
sure.
When you say 5, you mean 5.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's tough. Any other predictions for the movie?
I don't know.
I
it's
just hope
hard to
there's a
predict-
ton of like putties.
Well, they got Goldar, and then my guess. What I want to know is, will will they keep Rita around, or will she be defeated and disappear, die?
I hope it's like the TV show, honestly, because
like
no one ever dies.
Well, Megatron
go away for a little
was
bit.
defeated in the first one, and they keep him around, and he's actually a very interesting, cool character. But I don't know if they're going to do that with Rita. She's not super interesting, so do they really need her to stay around?
Maybe if they want to build like a larger story later on,
Yeah, I mean, I just think that the next step would be Zed, Lord Zed, or something like that.
Oh, Ivan Ooze.
Yeah, they bring back Ivan Ooze. That'd be pretty cool. So, after credit sequence, yay or nay?
Yes, I think
think
so.
they do.
I think they will.
Yeah.
I think they have something already.